Hey,
Hey,
can you hear me, LP?
I can, man. How are you? Sorry I'm late.
No problem. You are not late. I mean, by LA standards, I think you're early.
You're nice. Oh shit, Miss Pac-Man in the back, making an appearance.
Thank you
That's
very much. I mean, those things are cheaper than you think they'd be to get. Am I getting you from Los Angeles?
funny. I'm in Los Angeles, yeah.
But you're originally from Long Island. I do want to talk with you about that a little later, if you don't mind.
Uh, eh, we'll see.
So you have a big live.
Brooklyn originally.
Well, I mean, we can talk Huntington all day here, but back to you. You've had this big live stream coming up on the 1st. Is that the first time you've ever done a live stream like this before?
Yes. I've never done one before. The new thing. It's all the rage.
It's all the rage. The kids love it.
Yeah.
And somebody like you who's been around a long time, I have the feeling that you could do a
Well, on that
3-hour
long, a little longer. What's that?
show. You're vintage. That's a simple point here.
Wow. All right.
Somebody like you, I'm sure.
Dead Pope.
Well, I'm sure that you could do a 3-hour show if you really wanted to, but any idea how long you're going to be playing on the 1st?
I think probably over an hour, something like that. Yeah. 75.
Is it a play the hits kind of thing, or you don't know yet?
It's a yeah, man. It's like I'm gonna play like my normal kind of set, with a few surprises, I think. Hopefully. We'll see.
Definitely looking forward to that one. And if it goes well, could there be a second LP live stream?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, depending on how long we're in this shit for.
Well said. Well, focusing on your career a little bit, you just signed with Dine Alone Records in Canada, which has put out so many great artists over the years. Did you seek them out, or did they seek you and your team out?
I don't know, to be honest. I think we sought each other out. We it's like when you become friends with someone that's cool, you just know you're both like cool, and then you hang out. I don't think I don't know who saw who first.
Yeah, it's an interesting label in that a lot of major label artists use it for their side projects. For example, Nate from the Foo Fighters put out his solo album Lieutenant on that label.
Yeah.
What made you choose that label instead of trying to find another major? Because you are somebody who survived the majors, and so many of the hits that you've written for other people have come out on majors.
I don't know. I just thought that we thought they had the best of what we wanted. Plus, it sounds like Dying Alone, which I think is amazing.
Are you an expert at dining alone? I don't know if you've ever heard of the comedian Fred Stoller, but he used to have a blog about the art of dining alone.
I'm not actually good at that. No, I like to look across at my beautiful lady when I'm dining. That's my go-to.
Makes sense to me. So your career is very multifaceted in that people know you as a solo artist who has hits, but then other people know the songs that you've written for other artists. Was the goal outright to write for other people, or was that kind of an accident?
It was basically a save my career kind of thing. I was on 2 major labels for like 3 years. My first 2, Island Def Jam and Universal, and then no records came out, and then one of my songs got cut by the Backstreet Boys, and then I started writing for other people, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is cool. Actually, I don't have to like deal with people messing up my my life as far as like making me do music I don't want to do, or making me look a certain way I don't want to look. I mean, that's not possible. But yeah, so I just like went into it, and I loved it. I didn't really, to be honest, at the time miss playing for people at all. And I think if it went longer, it was only like almost 2 years that I was just writing for other people. So if it went on longer, maybe I would have missed it. But I think it was a good thing, and it was really good for me as a songwriter.
Right. There seems to be more artists who had major label deals who are now writing for other artists than not. The first artist that I really noticed that was doing that on a large scale was Butch Walker. And then I noticed Dan Wilson wrote that huge Adele hit and so forth. Who was the first artist that you really noticed who did the major thing and then found success as an outside writer?
Gosh, there's so many, but I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. That was like a minute ago now. But it's like I don't think it's people that people would know, to be honest. It's just like like a guy like Kid Harpoon, who was an artist and then went on to write all the huge Florence stuff and Jessie Ware and all that shit. There's just like I mean, there's hundreds of them. I mean, I think it's like to me though, songwriting is it's really it's the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's like some people can sing and get in front of a crowd and do the whole thing and but really like if you can write songs, you can write songs. I feel like that's like the main thing that's like that makes an artist, and it's I think that's mostly what I'm concerned about is the song aspect of everything. So because without the songs there is no artist career. So
when you're writing, do you have to be in the mood, or do you just say we're going to be writing at 11 o'clock tomorrow and we're going to have something?
No, I don't have to be in the mood because I was a writer, and when you're only a writer, that's what you have to do. There's no like, oh, do you feel like writing today? You're not inspired. You feel good? You do? Okay, good. Nobody gives a shit. You just like, it's just like, I call it like gun to your head songwriting. You're like, okay, all right.
So no sandbox in your LA living room?
No.
Well, I like to ask that kind of stuff. There's artists that I know that became outside writers who look at it as channeling the energy or the persona of the person that they're writing for. And in turn, they're never at a shortage of material. It could be a dude who's 50 writing for a lady who's 20. And he's like, yep, I got the ideas right there. Do you have to get method, or really is it just the same answer?
I mean, it's, there's so much at play. Like, it's like, again, it's like meeting a friend. It's like, I've had people walk in the room and people have done it to me, like when I was like on that hustle of like, being an artist and writing bigger writers. But like, the person walks in the room and you just immediately go, like a title pops in my head, or like brief encounter as far as like, like getting to know each other, and immediately just filled with like a concept that like, I run by them. So I think it's, I think songwriters, often are very intuitive. They just kind of immediately like kind of pick up on what's going on.
Are there scraps of paper everywhere around you?
No, that's all my phone.
So scraps of text messages. Got it.
Yeah, it's nice. That's what's nice. It's like consolidated now.
And for people that are more fans of your artist career, signing a Dynalone means that there's another record about to come out?
Yeah.
Yes, and can you please tell me more about that? Because I would like to know.
I mean, I have about enough material at this point for 2 records. I've been really like, I don't know, I was on a roll before the whole pandemic, and then since I've been home, I've added even more songs to the pot, but because I felt like I had it already. And even as recent as last week, we got another one. So I don't know. I've been very inspired, and it's been like I kind of just there's nothing you could do about not touring. So it's like and what a wild time. I mean, this is I don't know. I mean, it hasn't happened in the history of rock music. Like
no.
So it is a kind of an interesting time to like. There's never been a time where it wasn't like everybody was just like running past you if you couldn't do something. You know what I mean? Like it was like it's like this is the first time, like the opportunity is passing everyone. You know what I mean? Usually it's like an opportunity for someone else. But I think the opportunity here lies in the writing and the accumulation of songs. But I think I feel like the next record, it feels really good. I don't know. I don't have this like kind of when I finish a record, I can't do the expectation thing because I've gotten nailed with that a couple of times. Once of my own expectations and once of label expectations where they just were like, oh, this is going to be great. We're going to be this. We're going to do this, and then you're just like, So I just like I kind of just but I feel I feel like I have a clean like kind of vision of it. I just it feels like the material feels right. So I'm just very excited. It's almost like I never want time to pass too quickly. I want to like live it, but it's like I'm kind of I get like can't wait till drop the whole album. But we're gonna keep dropping stuff.
I'm glad to hear that there's plenty more that'll be coming out, and this is by no means the end. So that's all great news.
It's not the end. No, it's only the beginning.
Sure. Well, bringing it back because we are semi-limited on time here. Your Long Island roots super intrigue me as a person who moved back to Long Island and lives on Long Island and all that.
Where do you live?
Long Beach. Did you ever come out here?
No.
Joan Jett lives on our block. 2 members of Taking Back Sunday live down the block.
Yeah, I'm sure I've been there, but yeah, man, go ahead. Tell me how much you love Long Island.
Oh, no, I love 4 towns on Long Island in total. And one of them that I love is Huntington, which you have some roots in. But when people talk about Long Island's history and all the great artists, they usually say the same 5 names over and over again that we hear.
Billy Joel. Well,
exactly. We might hear Public Enemy if the people are cool. We'll hear the Stray Cats. We'll hear all that kind of stuff. But I don't remember hearing that LP was from Long Island, even though you had a record deal as early as the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's not really like, to me, it's not my town because it's like I was born in Brooklyn and then was out there and then moved to Manhattan. So I kind of consider Manhattan, Brooklyn, my roots, so I don't even really identify with that. But, it's a great place. You raise your kids there. It sounds beautiful. By the water, it's beautiful. You got the sandy beaches if you want. You got the rocky beaches. Hey, it's nice. Good.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you. That's good.
You made it out just like Rick Rubin made it out of this town, and so great.
Bye.
Exactly.
Oh, it's good. There's so many places in the world to be. It's lovely. It's nice.
I got one stupid question, and then I got my closer. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
Stupid question here. Have you ever gotten offered something, job-wise, career-wise, and the people thought that they were sending it to the rapper LP, EL-P?
Oh, wow, you're full of my favorite topics today. Oh, let's see. No, never. But I mean, it is spelled differently. But I'm loving me that Run the Jewels new record. So good. It's so sick. But yeah, no, that's never happened.
And similarly, ELP, Emerson, Lake Palmer, nothing ever has come to you that was meant to go to that.
Oh, wow. Nope. Who is that? What is that?
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yeah. What's that song? What's their big song?
Oh, many, many songs. But if you have to ask, you shouldn't know.
Tell me, what's the biggest one?
What's that song? Welcome to the Show. That was one of them. And all their songs are like 12 minutes and have keyboards. So it's nothing to do with what you do for a living.
Those little pop ditties. All right. Well, sorry, I didn't mean it.
Hey, it happens. So in closing, LP, any last words for the kids?
Any last words for the kids? Oh, listen, kids. Always, bring a towel when you go to the beach. Not. I just stole that from South Park, obviously, but but it's really nice talking to you. What do you got? What's all those pictures in the back? What do you got there?
So I started writing for newspapers and all that when I was in high school, and that's like pre-internet in a way, or the early days of the internet. So they used to send you all the 8x10s of the people you were interviewing because they didn't have JPEGs and GIFs. So
it's like cleaners.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Like the dry cleaners.
Exactly. So we got Slayer next to Tony Danza, next to Florence Henderson, and
No.
if I get an LP one, that's going to go on the wall. We're going to take
good.
down maybe Wayne Newton.
I'm sending you one.
Cool. Best day of my life. Thank you so much for your time, LP. Looking forward to your August 1st live stream. Have a great day.
I'll see you there. I'll see you out there.
Paltrowcast.